So what we have here is the fourth question of paper 1 of the 2019 hire. This refers to recurrence relations. Now what this asks us to do is, if we are given the general format of the recurrence relation here, so un plus 1 equals mun plus c here, and we're told the first three terms of it, we then have to calculate certain characteristics. So A wants me to find the values of m and c, and B then wants me to take these and henceforth calculate the value of the next term. Now, point to note is that in this one we're looking to find two values, m and c. I have two unknown things. So if you think to simultaneous equations, if we have two unknowns, we need two equations to solve. So we have to figure out how to generate them. Well, we are given sequential terms, so we can use these to generate these two equations. Because if you think about it, this 6 here is the first term, so we call that u1. The 9 is the second term, we call that u2. And the 11th is the third term, u3. So what I can do is relate them to each other, because I can relate u2 to u1 and then u3 to u2. So what I can say is that u2, which is 9, equals m times u1, so 6 times m, plus c. What I can then do is relate u3 to u2 by saying that 11 equals 9m plus c. What I can then do is treat these like a pair of simultaneous equations and subtract the top equation from the bottom equation. So if I do that, the c's will disappear. I'll then end up with 3m here, and that equals 2. From that, I can say that m is equal to 2/3. What I can then do is take the m equals to 2/3 and substitute it into either of these two equations here. From that, I'll be able to calculate c. So if I was to take the top equation, I'd get 9 equals 6 times 2/3 plus c. So 6 times 2/3 is 4. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 2 2s are 4. So I know that 9 is equal to c plus 4. So c is equal to 5. If I was to do the other one, just to confirm I would get the same answer, I'd get that 11 is equal to 9 times 2/3 plus c. So 9 times 2/3, 9 divided by 3 is 3, times it by 2 is 6. I'd get 11 equals c plus 6. So again, c equals 5. Just confirms to me that it doesn't matter which one I pick, I'll still get the same c, and I've found my m previously. So first work from that. From this one, it's a 3-mark question. Firstly, for setting up equation 1. Second mark for setting up equation 2. Third mark for finding both m and c. So you have to get them both to get that third mark. Now the next part, B, says hence calculate the fourth term of the sequence. There's a vital word in this question, which is this word here. Hence. Hence means use what you have just calculated previously. If I calculated m and c and it was wrong, I would have to use the m and c that I had calculated in order to be able to get the marks available for this next part. Now it's only one mark that's available, but this could be the difference between an A and a B and a C, a pass and a fail. So we have to make sure we get every single mark we possibly can. So hence, even if you've got it wrong, which obviously you wouldn't know in an exam, you still have to make sure you use the values that you previously calculated. So first thing we have to do is set up our sequence and our recurrence relation that we're going to use. So we know we want the fourth term, u4. We know that's going to equal m, which is 2/3, times the previous term, which is u3, plus c, which is 5. Then it's plugging in the values and working it through. So that would then be 2/3 times u3, which is 11, plus 5. So that would equal 22/3. Now, in order to add the 5 to it, I'm going to have to write the 5 with a common denominator of 3. So that would mean plus 15/3, which would end up giving me 37/3. If we were to take that and write it as a mixed number of 12 1/3, we'd be fine with that as well. Either variation would get me that mark for that part. So there we go, 4 marks available over the two parts. and we know how to get them now. Quick point to note, this is the kind of question where if you were to just write M and C to begin with, because you could look at it and think about it in your head, and you didn't show any working, you would get nothing for this question. You would get absolutely zero because you've shown no understanding of how you got it. You could have had the most magical, luckiest guess in the world to get them, but you've not shown how you got it. So it is vital that you make sure you show them how you get the answers to this question and what your understanding is of the solution.